10, verse 6, it says, following, verse 5, it says, there is an evil which I have seen under the sun as an error which proceeded from the ruler. You know what I'm saying? Everything's out of this, everything's in torment and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, if we was actually say,
I like that word.
torment is government God of war, lady gang God of war. Well, when it comes down to torment is like you in the best of the situation that you can't get out of. That's torment, right? But it didn't say torment. It actually said, error. It says there is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceeded from the root. It says following says great dignity. Now the word following means foolishness. And it says, and the rich sit in the face. You know what I'm saying? Rich in faith. You know what I'm saying? We've been in like some messed up situations and stuff living all our lives. But the thing is that we had faith that the Lord was going to bring us out. You see most of the news like the Browns and whatnot. But I mean, I know a little old shit, like some new stuff I probably know. When it comes down to the old movies and stuff, Eva Brown, she was going through some struggle and stuff. She lost her job. The father worked and shit. You know what I'm saying? The son was wondering if he needs to go gang and sell drugs and support his mother and stuff. And she was like, I'm not having that. You will leave this friend. You know what I'm saying? She do that. So then they go somewhere else and make things better. Yeah, with Rick Fox and whatnot and stuff. Got them a whole nother career. Things made it out when things was better. They had to go through that struggle. You know what I'm saying? We're able to go through that struggle and stuff. And it is
Shit, you a day after my sister.
we always find a way to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Or we always pray or have faith in the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Just so he can help us and deliver us out of our situation. But it's a great situation that we come out and take control. You know what that is. Alright, well, the Grand Theft Auto and stuff is pretty much like hood guy and stuff, you know what I'm saying? He's just making all this money and stuff, going from this place, that place and stuff, you know, trying to find out who killed his older brother. It was really his two homies. And he was working with the police, 30-ass cops, you know what I'm saying? Just so they can make a good buck. And we got this thing called cheat code. It's called chaos mode. You know what I'm saying? In chaos mode, everybody got to do like whatever level your level. Whatever your level is, when it comes down to like when it comes down to the guns, all the guns and everything that you got in the arsenal, say your level all the way up. So if you got solid shotguns, what they do, you hold them sideways and stuff. You got take nines and hold them two instead of the three. You feel me? So what would happen is that if your level is all the way up, well, if your level is all the way up, then that means that every other veteran then has to go through all the crap. Police officers, there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. Now, do you actually read the Bible?
I just believe that's all I know.
But what you believe in? Well, how do you find
I try to talk to certain people, like, actually know what they're talking about.
well, look, in this world, right, somebody thinking, somebody tweeting and stuff, You wait until 69 and a half so you get this money. But right now your body's all broken down with old things and that stuff. You're not getting the best nutrients and stuff. So you old and broken down, and that's when you find out that all the money that you get in your 401k, you gotta use that for medical. You know what I'm saying? It's the end of the damn number. So in Jacob's trouble, what's gonna happen is that it's gonna be a lot of great bloodshed and stuff. You probably see it. You probably see it and stuff when you come down to the news and stuff. Like how you see that when they down Chicago, that it's gunshots that just keep rising and rising and stuff. That's the gunshots that keep rising. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna change. It's not gonna change. It's gonna get worse. It says there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation even in that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. So what's written in the book is talking about written in the book of life. You know what I'm saying? If you're not written in the book of life, you're going to consider 2/3. It says Zechariah 13:8, it says 2/3 of my people shall be cut off and die. Why is that? Because they follow this. Like that guy who said that this was false doctrine, he's going to be the same one trying to come up here. You know what I'm saying? If you die, you see, you're going to see that everything that was actually said, because I'm not the only one. There's plenty of other people, so not just them. They're gone now. But it's not just them. You know, like Great Mills, GMS, you ever heard of them? Yeah. They preach the same thing that I'm talking about. That's what I learned from them. And the thing is that this is actually going to happen. Nobody believes it. You believe in Christianity that nothing's going to happen. But it says in 1 Thessalonians 5:3, it says when they say peace and peace, Satan is so destruction. Right? Somebody in the crowd. Alright, so when it comes down to somebody in the crowd, right? If they crowd, they don't think nothing's going to happen, right? I'm saying, but then when something actually bad happens, they drop their guard, they in trouble. You know what I'm saying? It's like almost being a snake. Thinking everything all good. Somebody's snake, you now kind of play with the bad stuff. How hard it goes for days. That's how it's going to be for our people. So, it says, verse 2, it says, and many of them that sleep in the dust, meaning confusion. It says, of the earth shall wake. You know what I'm saying? Certain people are awake. You know what I'm saying? Ever since the awakening of this truth, with us knowing that Hebrew Israelites is from another tribe. You know what I'm saying? For us to find know who we are and stuff, that's the great awakening. So we can come out of that confusion. We know that we're not black people. We know that we ain't Mexican. We know we ain't Puerto Rican. We know we ain't none of those. You know what I'm saying? The names that they actually give us, our slave names, or from whatever lands that we live and stuff, that's what we call ourselves, but that's not what we actually are. We're Israelites. You know what I'm saying? Another part of that is that what we're going to do is get saved. Now, the way we're going to get saved is by the angels. By the chariots of the Lord.
It's going on unidentified object.
Exactly. And people can see them all over the world.
You sure I ain't know that, right?
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't see my face.
They don't see no part of me.
No. It's not even angled towards you. It's angled this way.
Now if I come back, I'm gonna get on it.
If you come on this side, you might be able to see.
But right here, like say if I go right here, I ain't gonna do nothing.
So this is Leviticus chapter 26. Leviticus chapter 26 and verse 15. Verse 13. It says, I am the Lord your power, which brought you forth out of the land of Egypt, that ye should not be their bondmen, and I have broken the bands of your yoke and made you go upright. You know how it says that the truth shall set you free? You know what I'm saying?
I always get it.
That word religion goes back to the Latin word religio, which means to bind. You know what I'm saying? So even Christianity, Buddhism, Muslim, Sunni, Shunai and stuff, shamanism, you know what I'm saying? All these different religions that people follow and stuff. A lot of it just goes back to like ancient philosophies because people worship different gods and stuff. But the only true God was the God of the Bible, the God of the Israelites. So it's the only one. Because when you read the scriptures in its totality and stuff, everything makes sense once it is broken down. It says back in verse 13, I am the Lord your power which brought you forth out of the land of Egypt, that ye should not be their bondmen and have broken the bands of your yoke and made you upright. This is the time back when it was actually in Egypt. You know what I'm saying? When Moses was bringing us out. You know what I'm saying? And it says, but it's spiritually the same way right now. Our people is in bondage. Our people is in bondage. Our people is in bondage. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are still in bondage right now and stuff because we're still under captivity. Well, scripture says we live not a beggar's life, but a rock. You know what I'm saying? Now, the thing is that I'm currently looking for a job too, but everywhere I go and stuff, people dismiss me or they lie. They say that they don't have any openings. Why? Because I think the truth it says that you should be hated of all men for my name's sake. You know what I'm saying?
Like, say it again.
Scripture says that you should be hated for by all men for my name's sake. Like, no, it's true. But remember, they killed the world and called Jesus Christ. His name is Yahushua. See, they keep deliverance. He died for sins. He delivered Israel from certain damnation when it comes down to the Lord. Right? He gave us a second chance. You know, right? So with that being the case, they killed him because you had the wicked Pharisees and Sadducees, right? They were supposed to lead the people. And Yahushua came on the scene and said that was how the Father. No,
That shit ain't known. That creepy ass shit, yo. Feeling for what? That creepy ass shit, hey, bro. I enjoyed your conversation, yo, bro. Too many weirdos and robots out here. We just stay black.
Be blessed. So, this is Leviticus.
Where you going, man? You alright, man?
This is Leviticus chapter 26, verse 13. It says, I am the Lord your power, which brought you forth out of the land of Egypt, that ye should not be their bondmen and have broken the bands of your yoke and made you go upright. And this was in the time when it came down to Moses, when Moses was bringing us out of the land of Egypt. But at the same time, it's still in the spiritual sense, because the Negroes, Latinos, and Natives, till this day, they still underneath bondage. If you call yourself a Mexican, guess what? You're you're an Israelite from the tribe of Issachar. If you're Puerto Rican, you're from the tribe of Ephraim. You know what I'm saying? If you're a Negro, you're from the tribe of Judah. If you're Native American, you're from the tribe of Gad. If you're a Semio-Indian, you're from the tribe of Reuben. You know what I'm saying? If you're from Chilean, if you're from Chile or Argentina and stuff, you know what I'm saying? You're actually from the tribe of Naphtali. If you're from the Dominican Republic, you're actually from the tribe of Simeon. If you're from Zebulon, if you're from Venezuela, Ecuador, El Salvador, you know what I'm saying? Or you're from the Mayans or you're Guatemalan, you're actually from the tribe of Zebulon. You know what I'm saying? Because Israel's been scattered to the four corners of earth. You know what I'm saying? But we still in bondage because a lot of our people don't know who they actually are. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you can barely control a nation if they don't know their history or know their culture. You know what I'm saying? You know? And with that being the case, what tends to happen? You can give them any type of philosophy, any way of thinking, you know what I'm saying, and this is how you control a slave. Why you think they didn't want us to read the Bible and stuff in the slave days? Because we was going to find out who we were. you was already going to get jacked up if they caught you reading. But if you got caught reading the Bible, they put you to death. You know what I'm saying? So, going back to verse Leviticus 26 and 14, it says, "But if ye will not hearken unto me, and will not do all these commandments," it says, "and if ye shall despise my statutes, or if your soul abhor my judgments, so that ye not do all my commandments, but that ye break my covenant," because all Israel made a covenant with the Lord, and that covenant, we broken the covenant on our part, but that agreement is still going. You know what I'm saying? And it says verse 15, and if ye verse 16, "I also will do this unto you. I will even appoint over you terror, consumption, and burning ague, that shall consume the eyes and cause sorrow of heart, and ye shall sow your seed in vain, for your enemies shall eat it." You know what I'm saying? And you see that today. We go to all these jobs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? We work 10 hours, 12 hours. You know what I'm saying? Minimum wage, part-time, full-time, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're a freelancer and you're an independent contractor. You know what I'm saying? You're still working underneath this Edomite. And what he doing? He taking taxes out of your wages. All the hard work that you're doing stuff, he taking it from you. You know what I'm saying? Don't you know that if you sit up here and garden, or if you grow your own food in your backyard and the government finds out, they're going to call you a terrorist? You know what I'm saying? Because you're trying to find some type of way to live off grid where they can't tax you. If they can't tax you, they're going to call you a domestic terrorist. You know what I'm saying? You know? And when it comes down to wages are not supposed to be taxed. This is verse 17. It says, "And I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies. They that hate you shall reign over you, and ye shall flee when no man pursueth." You know what I'm saying? And we get slid out in the streets, man. When it comes down to these riots and whatnot, even if you're not a part of it, or you just so happen to be in the area and stuff, guess what the police are doing? They either shooting you down or they detaining you. You know what I'm saying? Without no proper cause, man. You know? It says verse 18, it says, "And if ye will not yet for all this hearken unto me, then I will punish you 7 times more for your sins. And I will break the pride of your power, and I will make you heaven as iron, and your..." I was going to go down there and stuff, but I was seeing it.
Brothers might be at the parking spot, so.
No.
Yeah, it's a lot of camps too.
Yeah, I know Miami there, brother from Ancient Days too. I gotta make sure I get it says, verse 18, it says, "And if ye will not yet for all this hearken unto me, then I will punish you 7 times more for your sins, and I will break the pride of your power, and I will make you make your heaven as iron, and your earth as brass." And that's actually in the book of Deuteronomy 28th chapter, man. You know what I'm saying? That we's gonna be that our heaven will be iron, like you said, and our earth will be brass, man. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that we're going to be through tribulation no matter where we go, man. You know? And speaking of which, this is Deuteronomy. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 16. It says, "Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field." And what's the field? It's the world. They tell you that in Matthew 13 to 58 chapter. You know what I'm saying? You know? And it means that no matter where you go, these curses are going to be following you like white on rice, or like your shadow, man. You ain't going to be able to get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? So any place that we go, it's going to be some type of tribulation. You know what I'm saying? Part of the tribulation is that you got to pay taxes for everything that you have. You know what I'm saying? You know? You get money that's being taken away. know what I'm saying? They always adding like some brand new tax for them to take away from you, man. You know? That you can't punish your children, you know what I'm saying, without it being child abuse. You know what I'm saying? You know? That you can't live off the land without being called a terrorist because you ain't being taxed by the government. You know, being a black man in a so-called black man or Native American man or Latino man, you know what I'm saying? And you drive in a nice neighborhood and stuff, and the police pull you over and stuff because they think you're a thief or you think you're trying to come rob the place. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being persecuted as something else than what you actually are, a peaceful bystander. This is verse 20. It says, and your strength shall be spent in vain, for your land shall not yield her increase, neither shall the trees of the land yield their fruits. You know what I'm saying? And when we eat these foods, hey, back in the time of Adam and Eve, you know what I'm saying, we didn't have to till the land. Everything just grew on its own. You know what I'm saying? And everything was stronger back then. You know what I'm saying? So the yield has been cut in half, meaning that the fruits and vegetables are weak. And the fruits and vegetables nowadays are even weaker because you can't get all the vegetables and all the fruits that's actually in the grocery stores. You can't. How is it possible that they still in the grocery stores and stuff when there's no seeds in the fruit? How are you gonna be able to? How in the world are you buying a seedless watermelon stuff from the grocery store when watermelons got seeds in order for them to be grown again? You know what I'm saying? A lot of these vegetables and stuff don't got seeds in it, man. You know, we eat GMOs, genetically modified organisms, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, so Scripture says that we should eat poison and not die. And you get something that's called meat glue, where they take meat that's leftover meat, and they glue it with a powder. If you keep it in powder form, what tends to happen is that if you breathe it in or if you inhale it, it's actually it will actually kill you. It will destroy your respiratory system. But if you put it together and you cool it off and you put it in the refrigerator, it's going to stick together. And then they serve that as a whole slab of rib or a steak. You know what I'm saying? In the grocery stores. But really, it's not even real meat because guess what? The government been growing meat for the longest, man. You know, meat that's not actually real. You know, you had this woman on World Star Hip Hop. She pretty much
White girl.
She pretty much had some fish. You know what I'm saying? She squeezed it out like a towel, like a rag. You know what I'm saying? And then put it back in water and it reinflated. Meaning that the fish was made out of plastic, and most of the vegetables are made out of plastic. You got down there in China where they put two different colors of some type of mysterious liquid into the water, and then hardens, and then they literally make man-made cabbage, man, man-made eggs, man. You know. So back in Leviticus 26 and 21, it says, I will also send wild beasts among you, which shall rob you of your children and destroy your cattle and make you few in number, and your highways shall be desolate. This is 2nd Esdras. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 5, verse 8. It says, there shall be confusion also in many places, and the fowl shall be often sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters. Now the wild beasts changing their places, you know what I'm saying? A lot of their habitats are being destroyed, and so Esau can make more money and make more high rises, make power plants and whatnot, and it's causing the animals that get preyed upon. It's causing the animals that get preyed upon to start flocking towards the cities. And what that does, it forces the predators to come to the cities. That's why you're seeing bobcats, coyotes, down there, El Dorado. It was found on a surveillance camera when it comes down to somebody's private home, and it was 5 mountain lions and stuff, and they was hunting together. You know what I'm saying? You know, and what happens when you take all the smaller prey that all the predators prey upon? They're gonna start getting desperate and go outside their means, or go after another animal outside their means. And what's gonna be the main thing that's gonna be still within these cities or small towns or their villages? It's gonna be people. You know what I'm saying? So back in verse Leviticus 26 and 23, it says, if ye will not be reformed by me by these things, but will walk contrary unto me, then will I also walk contrary unto you, and will punish you yet 7 times for your sins, and I will bring a sword upon you that shall avenge the quarrel of my covenant. And when ye are gathered together within your cities, I will send a pestilence among you, and ye shall be delivered in the hand of the enemy. And what was part of that pestilence down there in Arabia? You know what I'm saying? How you had out in Arabia and stuff, they was being overswarmed by waves and waves of locusts, man. And when it comes down to locusts will destroy, because they can eat 4 times as much as people in a day, and they can destroy your crops within minutes, man. You know, the rat population downtown and stuff is actually going to increase. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be more and more trash out here. You know what I'm saying? You know, people who can't feed their dogs and whatnot, dogs are going to go on the loose. Dogs are going to go on the loose and they're going to be wild. You know what I'm saying? And guess what happened to wild dogs? Wild dogs will eat raw meat. You know? And then you also got a thing that's called cannibalism. That's also going to be part of the pestilence. People ain't gonna be able to eat regular food and whatnot, nor be able to buy it, because you get what's called hyperinflation, because the value of the dollar is being decreased. That's why you got a lot of people that's talking about build up in silver and gold, because pretty soon it's gonna be like the movie Book of Eli, when it's gonna be regular things in order for you to trade, just so you can get something to eat. You know, hey, guess what? That means that the black market is actually gonna build up. You know what I'm saying? That means prostitution in both sexes and stuff is gonna actually rise. You know what I'm saying? You know, men and women and stuff who got owners that's either male or female, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna be selling their bodies and stuff just so they can still have a roof over their head, because they can't pay the rent because the money ain't enough, or it doesn't hold enough value, man. You know? And what's gonna happen? People gonna start eating each other, man. Cannibalism is coming to America in a big way, man. Why do you believe it or not, man? You know? It already happened down there in Venezuela, man. That's why you got a lot of countries, they come to America so they can get their money and build up their family, because their family's in poverty, man. You know? And these are 7 times destruction that the Lord is bringing upon our people and stuff, because you still constantly being contrary unto the Lord and going against him. This is verse 26, and when I have broken the staff of your bread, 10 women shall bake your bread in one oven, and they shall deliver you your bread again by weight, and ye shall eat and not be satisfied. And if ye will not for all this hearken unto me, but walk contrary unto me, then I will walk contrary unto you also in fury. And the Lord said, if you deny me, I'll also deny you. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't trying to be about the Lord, then guess what? He ain't going to be about you. You know what I'm saying? And it says, and if ye will not, it says, then will I walk contrary unto you, also in my fury. This is the rock, or Ecclesiastes in the Apocrypha, chapter 39, verse 28. It says, fire and hell, it says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force, and appease the wrath of him that made them. It says fire. Down there that's happened in California. You know what I'm saying? That big explosion that happened in Lebanon. It says hail. Those hailstones that was coming, that was the size of golf balls, and then it was even the size in Mexico when it snowed down in Mexico. The hailstones was the size of softballs, man. So anybody got hit in the cranium with that and stuff, they was an automatic death, man. It says it's famine. The famine is coming. You know what I'm saying? America is not self-sufficient. So guess what's gonna happen? If they can't sit up and get food from other countries and stuff, then guess what? That means America is gonna perish, man. America's gonna perish. There won't be any more food in these grocery stores, and you've been seeing it on World Star Hip Hop, how they've been going to all these different grocery stores with the food where you guys spend $30-something. You know what I'm saying, for an 8-pack of hot dogs. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's why a lot of riots is going to happen. That's why it's going to be just much more lootering that's going to be happening, because people are not going to be able to afford their food. And then when all the food is gone and there's no more shipping docks, the shipping companies and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Where they're not going to bring in any more food and stuff because the American dollar doesn't hold any value anymore. You know what I'm saying? So that means that the regular trucks and stuff that bring all the food to the grocery stores, it's not going to be any jobs with them. You know what I'm saying? You know, then that means there ain't going to be no food in grocery stores and stuff. You know? And people going to lean on whatever they have into the nitty-gritty. And this is what's going to cause a lot of people to go to house and start robbing each other. That's when you're going to have great betrayal when it comes down to your family and friends, because they know you got food and they don't.